thought I was in a dream. I saw a literal truck in my daughter's room, and then I heard her screaming.
A stunning wake-up call here. A North County family is thankful the worst didn't happen after they went to bed Thanksgiving night and a truck crashed into their home, into the bedroom of their 14-year-old. They say driven by someone who shouldn't have been behind the wheel at all. This happened near Charbonier Road, west of North Lindbergh Boulevard. First Alert 4's Sean Logging speaks with the family, still processing what happened and the message they want people to take away from this.
A bedroom.
I can't even really go in there right now.
Left in shambles.
It just makes you relive the whole thing all over again.
After what's been a difficult month for Andrea and Wesley McDonald and their 4 girls, Thanksgiving Day was a reprieve, so they were savoring it.
We all went to bed kind of late. It was Thanksgiving night.
Then around 1 a.m. Friday, a truck heading down their street, swerving, tires screeching, and speeding through their home's wall.
I initially thought there was a fire in my daughter's room or something had exploded because of the very loud sound.
The truck went directly into 14-year-old Sophia's room, and their other girl's bedroom is beside it. Wesley says when he got to Sophia's bedroom door, it was blocked.
I seen smoke everywhere. At that point, I just started kicking it, and I kicked the door down, and I thought I was in a dream. I saw a literal truck in my daughter's room, and then I heard her screaming.
Andrea and Wesley say the impact tossed their daughter from her bed and into the wall, and debris covered her.
Like every parent's worst nightmare came true that night, and no one thinks that a vehicle is going to come crashing through your home and just change everything that you had that day.
They say Florissant police were there in 3 minutes and in an ambulance to the hospital soon after. Andrea says Sophia suffered injuries across her body.
She suffered a pretty severe concussion. She received 12 stitches right here to her face.
They say it could have been worse if not for a tree in the front yard and then the brick and cinder block wall helping to lessen the force of the impact. But Andrea and Wesley say it was clear that early morning that the driver of the truck that crashed into their home was intoxicated.
And the actions we choose that night when we're drinking can severely change or alter the course of how a family lives the next day.
Andrea and Wesley say their focus is on making sure their daughters have the support to get through this. But the message they want people to hear:
if you're going to be out going and drinking, figure out your ride before you start. Or just don't drink and get behind the wheel.
Make the responsible decision. In Florissant, Sean Logging, First Alert 4.
Now you can see the hole has been boarded up there and people have been reaching out with support, but the family is still waiting on insurance as the crash has caused damage and cracks all throughout the front of the house. That's why they've set up a GoFundMe in support of what they need done, medical and other expenses. You can find those details inside the First Alert 4 News app.